Hey everyone! Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm here with
Noah
and
Cash
again, and we are going to continue with this game, obviously. But now we are going to do
full game.
We have to write a poem for the Literature Club. We just joined it, and now we're going to pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, so Noah, you go first.
All right. Let's see.
Would you believe your eyes, Noah? If 10 million of these.
Oh no!
Oh, shut the hell up, Cash. All right.
Oh my God.
Precious.
Where's Precious?
It's
here.
right behind.
Okay.
Precious.
Let's go with pain.
Whoa. Okay.
All right, let's go with
Trophy. And then
sadness.
Sadness. Why is she jumping? Okay, anyways, your
Let's see.
music, hop, color, together, lazy, email, unrequited, unrestrained, lucky, music.
Let's see. Color. No sparkle. Oh fuck.
Well,
all right, incapable, papa, disarray, secretive, swoopsuit,
Cage.
cage, disarray.
all right, let's go with
Go
the universe.
Universe. Okay, Noah.
Uh.
Freaking explode.
All right.
Explosion.
Dream.
Dream. Alright, disoriented, bouncy, loud, intellectual, vivid embrace.
Bouncy.
Cheeks.
A disoriented, bouncy, loud, intellectual.
Ooh. Intellectual.
Those words go together.
Hey, look.
Yeah, infinite universe. That would be a good combination, but I think I'm gonna go with suicide.
Oh, you.
Oh
Oh my gosh, she jumped. Which is really scary to me.
You shouldn't be scared. Because that's not gonna happen. Imagination.
Okay, anyways.
Imagination.
Which one? Oh wait,
I said
imagination. Okay, I'm
imagination.
sorry, I didn't see it. Alright, kawaii.
Oh, wow.
Let's go with
Kitty.
Inferno, kiss, disaster, uncanny, sticky, party. Yuck.
let's go with kitty.
Okay.
Oh, she jumped. She jumped. Do you see
Who?
that?
Which one?
Natsuki.
Oh.
She jumped.
Kitty.
Kitty.
What about Candy? Let's see if she jumps. Or Climax.
What? Candy?
Climax.
Shut the hell up. Yeah, Candy.
Candy.
Look,
Sorry.
see? She jumped.
Alright, extraordinary, Doki Doki,
Let's see if...
eternity.
Oh, Yuri just jumped.
Alright,
Yeah, why
your
isn't
turn.
Monica up there?
Yeah, I know, it's true.
Yeah, that's strange.
Alright, let's do
Fine.
peace.
Fine.
I've gone with a lot of dark ones. I'm
Peace.
gonna go with peace.
Oh, she jumped.
Gosh.
Natsuki jumped
I mean,
again.
no.
Alright, Noah.
Let's see.
Fester.
A pester.
Family.
Family.
We are family.
Oh, hey, so Yuri jumped.
I got all my brothers with me. Alright, so. Tenacious.
Copyright strike.
Yuri, shut up. Let's see what happens if we pick Lust. So let's see who jumps.
It's Cash's turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
What
It's
do you
my
play?
turn,
What do
my
you
guy.
prayer?
Pray
Pray to God.
She's gonna pretty cry.
Extreme.
Oh,
Extreme.
Extreme.
Yuri jumped.
Uncontrollable determination. Oh, determination for sure.
Yuri jumped.
Alright,
Let's
Cash.
see.
Your last.
What?
Yeah, alright. So
What do you mean?
philosophical.
Didn't I? What?
You already
Very,
chose
very philosophical.
philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yuri
Oh.
jumped.
Boo boo doo 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 doo.
Hi again, Keith. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word.
Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Keith. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Oh!
Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. She plopped.
Don't worry, guys. Keith always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Like someone else.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Keith can become good friends too.
Sayori?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it really wasn't. What to do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. What?
It'll make me happy no matter what.
No matter what.
Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want to. Oh. Yeah, alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want.
Oh, in that closet over there. with the one chair.
It's a dunce corner. This.
Yeah, that's where you belong, Cash.
How this is. Girl is actually.
How is this girl actually being so cute?
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
No, I'll read through it fast.
I'll toss it down the garbage. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities in the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging through around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri for a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad distracting her from her reading. I'd catch a glimpse over there at her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But I can't speak. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
Sorry, I was just spacing out.
I muttered this, sensing I made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I would probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, so
that's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You deserve that.
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious.
Just curious. How come you have two copies of the book? Same book.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore today, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
I see.
So there's something fairly obvious about obvious about your fuck.
Oh, you want me to read this part?
No. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and reliable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Oh my god.
Well,
you guys are having a hard time.
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front of the cover. Alright. Just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of
dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came up from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles. All of a sudden, are you not a big fan of those sort of things, Keith?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life in a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because of someone who wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in.
Hey, isn't that what we picked too?
What do you mean?
Pick what?
Didn't you pick philosophy?
Yeah.
The word are we talking about everything that we...
Then suddenly you thought you related to the protagonist. Yeah, I said that. They're made out to be the native one, letting out their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess that it's alright then. But I feel like I shouldn't let you know that I have a problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. All I can do is listen.
That's true. In fact,
I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Ha ha ha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book.
I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put into my bag.
Alright, it's fine. If I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You might, you seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. That's not, that I don't want you to. It's just that I don't like you. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That
it's
is
just that
reading.
You stink.
You stink. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really don't... you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Ha 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 ha. Here, this should work, right?
I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Ooh.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
I
do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it slips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Charlie's Angels. Alright, are you ready?
What?
She's like peeking at us.
Are you ready?
To
turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? Don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks.
We continue reading.
Hold on, wait a second. Look at this SpongeBob handwriting.
Oh, did you see her smiling for a second there?
Yeah, she was like, Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. I don't know. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Yeah, hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but I can.
Yeah.
But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Keith, that's probably a terrible thing I have common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute.
That's what are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. Jesus, scared me. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that right? All right, Siri. Yuri, shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
You look kind of down.
Fighting words.
I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Ah!
Like,
alright.
Do that! My thumb.
I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah.
My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with?
I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is in a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Let's do Yuri, because we pretty I think it was starting to go well.
Alright, we'll do Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh?
Yeah, what was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hit me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting all nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form a fit to two together. At the end result, in the both styles, expressives are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that I go into trying writing even simple poems. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, the progress behind it.
Oh boy.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing airs of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you long time to read.
Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
I wasn't too short.
It wasn't too
short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm glad you like it. I'll be honest.
Sorry.
Since it's our first time sharing poems, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Keith.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and express experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Or maybe they are a ghost, who knows? Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too.
Nah. It if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this.
Why are you nervous?
But then in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing it my best for you, Keith.
Me too.
Alright.
Who should we read next? Well,
Well,
who are we gonna read the poem to next?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Tune in next time
on
to
Doki
hear
Doki
more.
Literature Club. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please give a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.